Welcome in, everybody. Let's do another Hades run. Let's just jump right back in. Let's do this. Okay, so we've got up to 242 darkness. I want to unlock the next Death Defiance, so that's what we're saving up for now. We're working on keys. We've got 4. We need 10 to unlock the next 2 talents. And we also got access to the new weapon, which once again requires 8 keys. So since we're pushing Shadow, we're going to do another sword run. I know we've talked about melee weapons, how they're not my favorite. I'd much rather do a bow, a shield, or a spear run here, but I really just want to keep pushing Shadow. And we're just going to start leveling up keepsakes at this point. We've got this 1 to 2, this 1 to 2, this 1 to 2. So I just want to keep pushing some of these. We're going to go with the spiked collar for this one, at least until the first zone. I don't know what we'll do with the second one. I really want to start getting some more of the god boons, so that's what we're going to save our nectar for. Hopefully we get Zeus or Ares or Athena or Aphrodite, just something a little bit better, so we can start kind of picking and choosing what we want to do for these runs. And Ares, so let's just go ahead and give him the nectar.
Lord Ares, please accept this offering for giving me such strength as necessary to succeed.
You are a flatterer, my death-inflicting king. And I am feeling generous as well, so here, a small token for you of my affection.
Nice, so we got the blood-filled vial.
Did you happen to know, my king, that you have slain more than 100 foes since you began your quest? You have, for I am keeping count, and I am most impressed.
He's most impressed. Okay, so once again, we're just going to push a lot of Fated Choice stuff early on. I want to get some of these prophecies knocked out. So even though Blade Dash is not normally what I would pick here, I'd probably pick Curse of Agony. We're going to go ahead and pick Blade Dash here. So now we leave Spinning Blades behind, which is going to work very similar to the last run with the Hangover Dash, where it's just kind of... It starts from wherever we dash from, and it's just going to be incidental damage as we dash through enemies. So that's fine. Just go ahead and get those dashes in. That way we start getting that damage. Still getting that nice backstab damage. Oh, and we got a chaos early. That's nice. Definitely doing the early chaos.
The fathomless expanses hidden in darkest corners of the underworld stretch well past the notice of Lord Hades himself. And yet, the interfering prince somehow discovers passage there.
Wasn't all that hard to find, really.
You move in darkness, practically unseen, son of Hades. It is quite difficult even for me to sense your presence at times.
I love the design of chaos.
The Olympians catch their glimpses now and then, but you are always in a shroud. Thus is the influence of Nyx.
Okay, so for the next 4 encounters, you cannot earn money. Afterward, any darkness and gems you find are worth 70% more. That's really good. For the next 4 standard encounters, you face 48% more foes. Afterwards, your special deals more damage. For the next 3 encounters, slain foes toss an Inferno Bomb. Afterward, you deal 69. Nice. Percent damage striking foes from behind. I'm going to take Pauper's Eclipse. Since we're really trying to push for the upgrades, I think this will be good. So we will... tough choice, tough choice, tough choice. I'm going to go for the Nectar. I'd rather have another keepsake. I know we want keys, but...
Alright, who's next?
Okay, so it's just important to remember that since we can't earn money, we definitely want to make sure we don't go into any money chambers. That would be a waste of our time and resources, so... Nectar. So, once again, not going in that room, plus hammer's the other option, and as I've said before, always go for hammer. That nice backstab damage really coming in clutch. So it's nice just being able to dash through and then get that incidental damage on blades, incidental damage on the backstab. Just lots of extra damage that ends up stacking up. Oop, didn't even notice you there. Okay, attack deals 200% damage striking foes from behind. That's really good for what we're doing. Special makes you lunge ahead and become sturdy. Sturdy means we take 30% less damage and our actions can't be interrupted by taking damage. This one is our thrust, which is the final part of the combo for your attack. Deals 200% damage and has a 40% critical chance. Cruel Thrust and Shadow Slash are both very good. Since we're kind of dashing through and trying to get those backstabs, let's go with Shadow Slash this time.
All tuned up.
Okay, I don't think we want anything from Dionysus this run, so I think we're just gonna go, yeah, I think we're gonna go for the health. We will not be adding Dionysus to our god pool this time. At least we're gonna try not to.
What?
It's good to note that those things will still explode even after combat, so... Okay, here is another interesting thing. So we're going to see Sisyphus again. One of the options with Sisyphus is he will give us an option to take gold. Even though we can take the gold, because of the Chaos Boon, it won't let us take any of it. So we will not be selecting that option.
To you again, not after all this time. Something amiss down in the house, or what? Not had much company of late, is all.
Well, something's just about always amiss back home, sir. Figured it couldn't hurt to check up on things in Tartarus a bit more frequently.
Well, I am grateful for it. I and the old boulder there, in turn. I'm used to going lengthy stretches on my own, but having visitors from time to time would do me well.
Okay, and we don't really need the healing either. So we are going to take, we're at 89 of 100, so we're just going to take the darkness, which is good for us anyways,
A pleasure.
since we're looking to get to 500.
Within the depths of Tartarus reside the most wretched of all the shades who linger for eternity within the underworld, whose lord and master is especially unkind to those attempting to cheat death.
Lots of wretchedness to go around, I guess.
Okay, so we've got a boss room and an Athena boon here. The nice thing is that we have not gotten the Athena keepsake yet, so that will thankfully give us, see if we can get some of this backstab damage. Leaving these blades behind. The thrusting blade may have been the actual better call, just because of the, oof, that hurt, the crit chance, but this is fine. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Okay. Since she's in our god pool, we should be able to do it later.
A significant way toward the surface, and if you could get there the one time, surely you have what it takes to do it again, and overcome the dangers that await therein.
Okay. So our options here are attack is stronger and can deflect. Our dash deals damage and can deflect. This is very tempting. After we take damage, foes around you and briefly deflect. We're going to go ahead and take Holy Shield here. I want Divine Dash very badly, but once again, I want to get these faded choices knocked out. That way we can just really kind of settle into what we want to pick for runs later on. And replacing Blade Dash is not fully great, even though Divine Dash is very good.
The strength of the goddess.
Okay, and our Chaos Boon is now done, I believe. Yes, so any shadow and gems we find are worth 70% more, which is great. There we go. It is important to note that when foes are armored, they are a little, not only just better with HP and stuff, but they are also stronger at times, where they will do moves slightly differently than they would normally if they were just normal mobs.
Right there. I'll
Okay,
take that.
so we got 10 instead of 5. I think we just go for the key at this point. No. We do want to pick up money now that we can. So once again, trying to get behind when I can, utilizing, even though we don't have a dedicated cast, trying to throw that cast into enemies. That way we can at least get the additional damage, especially since we're doing more backstab damage too. There we go. So we're up to 5 keys now. So let's go ahead and take Blade Dash to level 2. That way it's 16 damage per hit. Get more gems. This is awesome. It means we'll be able to get probably a couple upgrades.
Wretches, take him now.
Looks like it's another survival room. So just like the last couple of times, this is a survival room. Really, we just have to stay alive for 45 seconds is the only requirement, and then all the mobs will disappear. But the nice thing is, and as you're kind of seeing, is that the mobs will drop gold.
Cheers for the coin.
So it's still worth it to try to get KOs on these. Got 13 seconds left.
So close.
There we go.
Why do I bother?
Got 10 gems again. So this is the last shop before the Meg or the Electo fight, whichever Fury we end up getting. I don't have enough for a boon, so we're just going to go ahead and take the free health here.
Nice to meet you.
Now we get to meet the third sister.
Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Agrius. Not murderer, definitely not. Look, I've done some things that maybe aren't great, but I am very, very sure I haven't murdered anyone.
As we can see, she is a woman of few words. So the nice thing is just being able to drop these blades that just do these 16 damage ticks. Now the way that she works is every time we hit this threshold of damage, she makes the room smaller. Which none of the other sisters do, just her. And even smaller still. So just like she's trying to use the small space to her advantage, I'm trying to do the same. There we go.
one way to prove I'm innocent.
Okay,
More
95 shadow. So we're up to 414. Getting very close to that 500 to give us that second Death Defiance. Okay, so I'm just gonna, since...
Well, Father, I'm trespassing through your secret hall and going up.
You know what? Let's go ahead and switch to the Blood-Filled Vial. That way we can go ahead and start leveling that up too.
Purge boons.
Don't want to get rid of anything. I feel like we're fine with Life Essence. Let's go ahead and get the Yarn. That way we've got a nice chance at a good upgrade. Okay, and it looks like we've never beaten the Hydra with the sword. Now, the reason that I didn't want to switch, that I wanted to switch off the collar, excuse me, even though I thought about still leveling it up, is you can still see that we have 76 of 100 hit points. So the way the collar works is that you start your run with that additional HP, and you keep that additional HP. So since a keepsake had run out of its uses, per se, there's no reason to continue using it. So yes, leveling it up is going to be great, and we will use it on more runs to continue leveling it up. I wanted to take something that I could actually get use out of here. So we're once again going to palm the Blade Dash. That way these are doing 20 damage per tick. We will get to a point where upgrading via levels is going to not be as good. It does hit like a point of stagnation. So we will want to upgrade more different things as we find other palms. But for right now, that extra 4 points of damage per tick is still very good. And we are still trying not to get hit, so the boon from Athena, while yes, leveling it up will be good, I'm still trying not to take damage as much as possible. Okay, get a Hermes boon.
You know who keeps me awful busy, cuz? Ares. Nothing like a good old war amongst the mortals to create demand for lots and lots of messages to go around.
Okay, so we've got auto reload, which once again, 4 seconds versus 3 seconds is not that much. After you dash, briefly become sturdy and move 100% faster. And then we've also got greater evasion. When you're hit, you have a chance to dodge automatically. Both of these are very good. I would take both of them. We're just gonna go ahead and take hyper sprint. That way after we dash, we become sturdy, and then we get that additional speed. I don't really want to palm anything right now, so we're just gonna go for the gold here. Ooh, we get a fountain room. So this is one of the things that we bought after that most recent run was fountain rooms. So this is just a free room where we get the thing, we get to drink from a fountain, and we get to continue on. So we're gonna get another Hermes boon here, which is great. Maybe we'll get the other one that we were looking at. We are still taking more damage than I would like, but once again, that's the downside of the melee weapons, which is why I'm not a fan of them for the most part. A lot of the runs that we see later on, once we start getting things more established, I do, but the bow is my favorite weapon, so we will do a lot of bow runs. But I also don't mind the spear. Okay, so we're just going to take greater evasion because we were looking at it last time. 10% dodge chance is great. Quick recovery is good, but don't really need it. Side hustle, extra gold is great, but let's just complete the Fated Prophecy list as we're going through. Okay, so we've got Ares and we've got Artemis.
What's in the pool this time?
Kind of want to go for Artemis here, even though we took the Ares keepsake. I want to get another god into our god pool. And the nice thing about this fight, even though I don't like it, I can just lay down a whole bunch of these, dash through a lot of their stuff. almost broke the Gorgon here. There we go. Nice. Okay. Okay.
Bye, you two.
Have we? Okay. We've already gotten Artemis's, yes.
You met Athena earlier, I guess. I'd never trade my bow for all that pomp and armor, but I guess to each her own.
Okay. So we've got the call that we can take again. Pressure points is really good, but I do want to increase our attack. So let's just go ahead and take Deadly Strike. That way we can start dealing some additional damage with our attacks, and we've got a nice, it's small chance, 15%, but still better than nothing chance of getting crits. And you'll see that when I see enemies are starting to pop up, I will actually dash where they're going to come in at. That way I can already start getting that damage on them when they load in.
No, you don't.
And I remember there was a trove in one of those rooms. We probably should have looked at that. Okay, let's go to the shop. So this is a random god boon. So we will go ahead and take that.
Lovely. Looks like we meet again, dearest, here among the foul detritus of the boatman's wares. You truly take me to the best of places.
Okay, so we've got our special deals more damage and inflicts weak. Our cast is a wide short-range blast that inflicts weak, and any chamber rewards for max life are worth more, only by 30%. So let's go ahead and take Heartbreak Flourish. That gives us a special. We can take a random upgrade, which we did hit the upgrade on that, so now we're doing 112% more damage and inflicting weak.
Hey, Charon, I'm in Asphodel now, aren't I? I'd always heard this was some flower-covered meadow-type place, not such a terrifying hellscape. Couldn't agree more, mate.
Okay, and let's go ahead and take the health, because we're here.
Having traversed the flaming river Phlegethon to gain this vantage point, relentless Zagreus must now confront a foe of unimaginable savagery, who lies ahead, awaiting patiently its time to strike.
Way to spoil the surprise, old man.
Okay. It actually looks like we have beaten the Hydra with the sword. Thought on the map it showed that we hadn't, but I guess it had. So unfortunately, the head of the Hydra is now one that will... Yeah, it's rough. Should not have gotten hit there. The nice thing is that because our special does so much damage, we do have to watch out for those falling things, though. I did not remember about that with this version of the head. I believe this is the one that smashes into the ground. Yep. One over there is obviously the one that spits out things. Okay. I do like that we are doing a lot of just really solid damage with this build. Having the extra damage with the special and the dashes, allowing us to just be very mobile and doing a lot of damage as we go.
appreciate that.
The nice thing is, with that Hermes buff to our speed, we're just moving around very fast too. Giving us that little sturdy buff as we're going. Making us move faster. Two down. Get that so we can do more incidental enemies as much as possible. It's unfortunate. Wasn't paying enough attention to that over there. Fortunately, we don't have a really strong call to rely on like we did with Artemis's last run. Okay. Oh, we got rid of two of them. Unfortunately, we did not get rid of them. Looks like we did actually get rid of them. I'm kind of surprised. So it's this, this, this. There we go. Really using that dash effectively.
Got you.
Nice. And that gets us up to 623. So we'll be able to buy the next Death Defiance upgrade as well as upgrade something else if we want to. Okay, so let's go ahead and push the Black Shawl. I'd like to we won't get this up to 3. Okay, never mind. Let's take the Advent Arrowhead. Nothing I want to get rid of here.
One more floor. Dead must have it pretty good up here.
Okay, so we got Hammer and Health. Once again, when in doubt, go Hammer. Elysium is always such a bear. There we go. Hammer upgrade. Attack does bonus damage equal to 5% of your current money. Your special makes you lunge ahead and become sturdy, or your dash strike hits twice and deal 20% damage. Hoarding Slash would be great if we had more money. We aren't really going for money this run, like we haven't for most runs. Dash Nova is okay. We're not really using our special too much, and I really don't want it to make us lunge ahead. So I think we're going to take double edge here. That way our dash strike is just going to do an additional 20% damage. And we are dashing a lot, so. Well, yes, we are using our special. Like I said, I really don't want it to make us lunge too far forward and really mess up our positioning. Because we are still trying to take advantage of the backstab when we can. There we go.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. So let's go ahead and take... True Shot's fine here. Hunter's Mark is okay. Clean Kill is probably the best one. So this will mean our crit effects deal even more damage. So since we are doing crits with our attack, that's kind of where we want to be. It could go this way. Getting 2 boons would be nice. I think we're just going to stick with Ares, though. Just have a slightly easier room. I say slightly easier because regardless, the enemies here are not what I would call easy. I hate the chariots.
How many more of these are there?
Exploding chariots worst. They are easy to avoid if you pay attention and just dodge around a lot. It's just having to pay attention and dodge around a lot. It's very tedious, especially when there's a lot of things going on.
I accept this message.
Okay, so all of these we need. Slicing Shot, your cast sends a Blade Rift hurtling ahead. Battle Rage, after slaying a foe, your attack or special deals more damage. And it's just one attack. So when you slay a foe, your next attack or special deals 100% more damage. So it's not like I get 30 seconds of it or something. It's just the very next one. And then we've got Blood Frenzy. After using a Death Defiance, deal more damage for that encounter for plus 15% bonus damage. We're just going to take Slicing Shot here, just round out. So this way we've got this, and then we've got that, which will last for 4 seconds thanks to our upgrade, and then will automatically come back to us. Okay, so both of these are boss rooms. Doesn't really matter which way we go. Let's just go ahead and go for Aphrodite. That way I can also give her a nectar. We get Asterius.
You have met the champion, the king. Let us see if you are fit to face him once again.
You mean face both of you together, which doesn't seem particularly fair.
Life isn't particularly fair, short one, nor death. I'd have expected you to know as much. But here, have your fair fight.
So, what we're doing here is we're just kind of dodging around, making sure to get our blades on him as much as possible, also hitting him with that special, that way he's got weak. Making sure he's got weak on him is very important for the random times where we do take damage. We want to make sure we are taking as little damage as possible. Also getting some nice hits with our crits. Artemis.
Strength, short one. The champion of Elysium awaits. Until such time.
Got him that time.
Okay.
Lady Aphrodite.
And we have not given her one yet, so let's go ahead and give her a
Lady
nectar.
Aphrodite, I am truly blessed simply to have made your acquaintance, so this is for you.
Lasting relationships are built on reciprocity. So if you lavish me with gifts, why, what am I to do but give you something in return?
Okay, so we got the Eternal Rose. Now, all of the main God Boon Giver keepsakes do the same thing. More likely to run into that god, more likely for the ability that they give you to be upgraded.
All this time. Perhaps he knew that once you met us, you would stop at nothing to come seek us out.
Okay, so we've got Heartrend, your critical effects deal even more damage to weak foes. This is very, very, very good because we're doing weak on our special, and then we're doing critical hits on our attack. So what this means is that we can do our special and then immediately go into attacks. And our crit's already doing plus 200% damage normally, plus what we got from the last one, plus this 150% damage against weak foes. So this is going to be very strong when it hits. Weak afflicted foes are more susceptible to damage. This is fine. After you take damage, foes around you, damage foes around you and inflict weak, and it does 75 damage. Also great. Definitely taking Heartrend here.
What a team.
We are taking a lot of damage from these guys, though. That's very unfortunate.
Next.
We're probably going to end up using our Death Defiance in this room as much as I hope we don't. We have one. Jesus. Okay, this is bad. As much as I would like to say that these are probably the last enemies in this room, we got hit by the trap. Oh. Well, those were the last enemies. Okay.
She'll keep me going.
So we're gonna go to the shop. We really need HP. And this is not the last one, so... As much as I want both the Artemis Boon and this... you know what? Nope, we're gonna go for the Artemis Boon.
Zagreus, I wish we all could hear you so that good Lord Ares here might be persuaded that my powers are entirely for different purposes than his.
Another duo boon?
Perhaps our skill sets once were meant for different purposes, dear Artemis. But who are we to doubt the end result?
Oh, this is
Observe what
nice.
shall transpire once we grant our kin our combined might.
Okay,
The goods.
so our cast creates a faster blade rift that seeks the nearest foe. This is really, really good. So that means this is going to seek enemies and be faster. So we're going to go for more health here, just because we're already lacking in that department, and I already feel like this is not going to be great. The sad thing is because we went with the mirror upgrade that makes it to where our casts come back to us faster, it does actually limit us here a little bit. And that's a very late Chaos Room. We are not going to be taking that Chaos Room. Not this close to the Thesus and Asterius fight. More of the spear guys, and that's what almost did us in the last room. Armored as well. It's not great. I think that's the last one.
The gods.
Okay. Shadow and or darkness and nectar. I guess we're gonna go for nectar here.
Damn you.
We've got to stop taking I said right as I take more damage from spear guys. Okay. So we've got shop or free Artemis. We're gonna go for the shop. We need to hope that there's HP in here. There is, thankfully. So we'll take the HP, we'll take the free palm. The palm gives us Heartbreak Flourish, so our special is going to do a little bit more damage also. Once again, I don't think this is the run, but I will be pleasantly surprised if it is.
Aha, the fiend comes crawling back once more, drawn as he is, much like the unassuming moth unto the flame of righteousness.
Oh no, not the flame of righteousness. Are you finished? Let's get this started. I've come a long way.
Hear that, Asterius? Our fiendish visitor is begging us for mercy. Begging us, no doubt, to drop our guard. Together now, my friend, let's vanquish him, and may the glory of Olympus guide us.
Okay.
To all our fans, we dedicate this fight to you.
So, kind of similar to what we were doing last time.
You try evading this.
Ah, didn't do that. Gonna do our special. Try to get that additional damage in where we can. Okay. I'd really like to take out Asterius before we focus on Theseus. Hiding behind the pillars as much as we can to avoid Theseus' spear. Okay, so we got Asterius. This might be the run. Oof. Now, the important thing to remember is once he hits half health, he is going to get God Assistance. Looks like Dionysus. So we're just gonna dash through him as much as we can. Try to avoid the attacks as much as possible. Come on, I really want this to be run. There we go. Heck yeah. Okay, so this is actually our first time getting out of Elysium.
Good enough, I
Oh,
guess.
it's fantastic.
All right. Can't seem to open it.
Got a nice little bottle of ambrosia. We got a little, if you notice, all of the shades here are blue except for this little red one. Who's there? You can see they got the Asterius and the Theseus, but he's got a little thing for us. That's our shade. So let's go ahead and move on to the next area.
A disappointing show from Theseus.
Let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and take the shawl. I think. No, we're doing Artemis stuff. No, let's take the shawl. Can't afford any of that. Don't want to get rid of anything.
Never gone this far. Cheers.
Alright, and that puts us in the Temple of Styx.
At last the willful prince has ventured all the way up to the surface of the mortal realm. Yet still he is encased within the earth itself. The gateway to the underworld. The threshold from which there is no escape.
We'll see about that. Oh no, not this.
Hi, Cerberus.
The multi-headed Cerberus stands vigilant before the underworld's entryway. The tales of what happens to those foolish enough to attempt to pass are far too graphic to describe.
So it's really come to this, boy. After everything we've been through. Well then, this is how it has to be. There's nothing left to say. Except for, on your guard. No, but seriously, boy. I know why you're here. There has to be a way to make you look the other way. What if I help you with the satyr problem? Would you let me go? Please. I have to find Persephone. My mother. You know what this means to me.
After a moment's hesitation and deliberation, the voracious hound of hell barks once, affirmatively toward the prince, who sets off in search of something that can sate the monster's appetites.
Good.
Okay,
Now I just need to
so the way this works is there is a Charon shop here. As you can see, everything is quite expensive, and mostly palms. And what we got here is we have 5 different rooms. Behind one of these 5 doors is the thing that will sate Cerberus's hunger and have him move. The problem is that I don't know which one it's behind. It could be behind one of these boss rooms. It can be behind one of these normal rooms. It could be behind any of them. The other thing is that, if I'm remembering correctly, it can't show up behind the first one. Maybe it can. I don't remember, to be honest. So I'd like to avoid the boss rooms if possible. They are very, very hard. We don't have another Death Defiance. So let's just push the easy rooms and hope we get lucky.
Hello.
And all that green stuff on the ground, that is poison. If we get hit by any of that, which we just did, we have to clear it from that little thing over there. With the little man, little Groot man thing thrown out of it. So what this is, it's a series of rooms that eventually lead to a final chamber, and in that final chamber is either a fight or what we're looking for. All this green gunk. There's gonna be take the little lazy way out. There we go.
It's no use.
Too much poison. Yeah, poison resistance. Poison is more obnoxious than anything, but it does chunk down health pretty fast. There we go.
No use.
Okay, so this is the final room, and there is not the thing that we're looking for, unfortunately. Just lots of little tiny rats.
There's more.
There is a goat back there shooting poison. So definitely trying to avoid that as much as possible.
Some of those urns have coin in them, don't they?
Yeah. Well, on the upside, we've taken care of the poison guy. Oh, there we go. Nothing we want there.
Hope this can get me out of here. I'm back.
Okay, so we've got, let's go with the money, and hopefully it's this one. I'm not above hitting a satyr to the wall and beating them repeatedly.
Well,
Oh, it was unfortunate. That was very avoidable. Please be behind this one. Knowing my luck, it's probably going to be behind the last one. Yep, it's not in this one either. Unfortunate. Ugh, we'll be probably dead here. But for making it out of Elysium, I'm going to call this run a win, regardless of how far we get. Of course, that wasn't the last thing here. Please be the last one. Not the last one. Oh, you're hiding over here. There we go. Alright.
not now.
Get our gold.
Here goes nothing.
Nope. I'm gonna save the gold, unfortunately. We can go get something from the shop.
Something for Cerberus.
These 300 ones are going to be double upgrades, if I remember correctly. But we're going to go ahead and get the health. We're going to get the single palm. We're going to make our attack stronger.
Push tunnel.
We're going to push the palm. It's probably going to make us push one of the boss ones. I just really don't want to, and I'm going to hope that what we're wanting is behind this room. Just trying to preserve life as much as possible. Maybe knock him into the saw blades. There we go. Just really jump on that satyr as soon as we can. I don't think we want to get rid of anything. It was this one. Okay. So we've got palm.
Delicious.
Upgrade our blade rift.
Powered up. Disgusting. Cerberus will love it. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. So the interesting thing about this too is these rooms are still available. If I wanted to and felt confident enough, we could go in here and do one of these. But I don't.
Something to eat, boy? Huh?
Not enough money to buy anything, so...
All right, boy, I got your favorite treat. But you have to promise to let me pass if I hand it over, okay?
Terrifying Cerberus accepts the fetid sack and scans the darkened hall for where best to consume the stomach-turning contents.
I owe you one, boy.
Cerberus vanquished. Not really. All right. Let's move forward. I like this area way better than Elysium. Elysium just sucks.
Oh, of course.
And look who's here to greet us.
I never grew accustomed to the air up here. It gusts senselessly whichever way it pleases. I suppose you must prefer it to the stillness of the air below.
You know, you're right. The air up here seems pretty good so far. But I will reserve judgment till I've had my fill. I have to say, though, Father, the Helm of Darkness suits you. I'm touched you dust it off on my account.
It should not have had to come to this. For all your antics with me yet around the house, I always kept my temper, have I not? Unlike you.
Well, let's see. You've berated me repeatedly and often. You've lied to me, mustered your wretched forces to kill me over and over, but sure, I'll grant you that you've always kept most of your anger bottled up. All that's about to change, then?
We're gods, boy. Killing one another is our lot. Although I always thought I was above it. I told you that you cannot leave this place. It seems I must enforce my rules myself. I'm sending you home. Now.
No, you're going home, not me.
You brought this on yourself.
So, these things... I don't know why I wasn't letting me do damage to it initially. Will explode out.
I suppose that you must hate the very sight of me. You'll understand then why I wear the Helm of Darkness.
Yeah. And we don't have a Death Defiance, so we are just very much here. Taking way too much damage.
Out against me like this, boy.
That's right.
What you desire is impossible.
Like you would know.
And of course he summoned the spirit one.
You idiot.
I think it's the spirit one. The one that was doing the most damage to us earlier. chariot. Why did it have to be chariot? Ah, okay. I figured he was going to get us.
You shall look back on this and thank
But
me, boy.
we made it to Hades. I'm going to take that as a win. But we still wind up back
You father.
where we started. So.
What? Oh, ha, hey, you're back. Wait, what happened? My list says you got killed by a redacted? What's that even mean? I've never seen anything like this.
Don't want to talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it.
I saw your father storm out of the house in his regalia, so he must have confronted you himself at last. I see that must have not gone well. You were so close.
Well, at least I know who will be waiting for me the next time I climb all the way to the Temple of Styx and manage my way out.
Don't lose heart, lad. I did not train your father, only you. He is a god, but he is just a god. If you'll forgive my bit of treason there.
Just a god. You don't let anybody in or out of this place, do you, boy? Hey, good to see you back here, boy. I'm glad you're back on guard duty, even if it means having to find a way past you. You know you're just doing your job.
The fear-inducing hellhound eyes the underworld prince uneasily, his 6 ferocious eyes, each glistening within the dim light of the house.
See you, boy.
Okay.
Oh, rod of fishing. Here.
So, unfortunately, we don't have a diamond, but this will let us fish, as a rod of fishing should do. But we'll go ahead and get more from fountains, since we've got the gems for it.
To be an excellent investment contractor. Go on and make it so.
Okay.
Hope Orpheus is okay. Good for Achilles. What's new?
Yeah, we'd have to trade 10 nectars for a diamond. That's just... Though, 25 for 3 keys is very good. That'll let us unlock the last weapon.
That's too good a deal to pass up.
That is a very good deal.
I finally made it to the surface, Nyx. Confronted father there out in the cold. I couldn't make it past him, but I was so close.
Do not despair, as I told you before. With effort and with time, most any setback can be overcome. Even your father. You have come closer to your goal. Achieve it.
Effort and time.
Hi, Your Highness. I just wanted you to know that if you do get out, we are going to miss you around here. Okay? So, bye.
She's so adorable.
Thanks.
Okay.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Chthonic colleagues. The son of the god of the dead shall someday meet the rulers of the underworld. Since I have met everybody, I get 10 keys.
Friends in low places.
We haven't escaped yet. We're still working on the rest of these. And you can see that the reward for a lot of these is 150 gems. And that's kind of why I'm pushing the getting these knocked out. So we can get those gems so we can start upgrading things. And we'll get, what was that? For the Infernal Arms, 60 gems for unlocking the last one. So since we have our 10 keys, let's go ahead and unlock.
How else can I improve?
We've got Deep Pockets, start each escape from the House of Hades with some wealth, and Thick Skin, raise your life total per rank. So first, we're getting this. And then we will do one of each of these, because we've got the extra. So now, unfortunately, we need 20 keys to unlock the next one. So it's going to take a little while.
need sleep.
We can't rest again. Okay.
Say, Skelly, don't suppose you'd care to tell me how the infamous twin-fisted Malphon came to be right here in this very courtyard, would you?
Nope, not any of my business, pal, which is to say I didn't see a thing. And even if I did, it isn't what I'm paid to do. Don't you have someone in your fancy house there paid to keep watch over stuff like that? Ask them.
All right, maybe I will.
And we will unlock the final arm. And Exagriff, the adamant rail. So we have a boom gun.
Need to reload.
So we can reload automatically if we want to. We have the shot. We have 12 bullets before it has to reload. Then we also can, with our special, launch a big boom. And since we got the last one, we can get gems.
Nice to have my ancient legendary weapons there.
And let's go see if we can buy an upgrade. We can buy the Codex. Let's just go ahead and do it since we've got it.
The more I know about the boons I'm offered, the better off I'll be.
So the Codex, what that does is that lets us, if we look at the Olympian gods, we can, nope, not that one. Take a look at their boon list so we can see what we're missing. But the big thing is that we can see what is required to get the other boons. So like I can't get wave pounding until I have one of either Tempest Strike, Tidal Dash, Flood Shot, Tempest Flourish, or Poseidon's Aid. This also goes into the legendaries for each of the gods. We need one of that, the top list and one of the bottom list for each of those, or two of the following of these for this one. And what we need for the duo boons, which is really, really helpful. So when you're really looking to figure out what two gods you're wanting duo boons for your specific run, this is what you want to look at. You'll be looking at what you need from Artemis and what you need from Poseidon for this one, what you need from someone we haven't met or Poseidon. And as we go through, we'll see more of those. So that should do it for this run. Let's go ahead and pick a keepsake. I think we're going to do a Poseidon. Let's do a water gun run.
My keepsakes.
Water gun. Okay. But that's it for this run. Thank you all for watching. If you do like what we're doing here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all those YouTube words, as it really does help me out a lot. And I will catch you all in the next one. Till then, keep it cheesy.